Hey besties, today I'm finally giving you guys a full 4-month update review on my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you've been thinking about getting this camera and wondering if it's still worth it, this is the video for you. But anyways, if you haven't watched my previous video on my channel of me comparing my Osmo Pocket 3 camera to my Canon G7X camera, I recommend that video if you want to see the main features of the camera and if you want to see me comparing both of those cameras. I've had the Osmo Pocket 3 camera for about 4 months. I use this camera to record all my YouTube videos and my TikTok content, and I've definitely learned about what works and what doesn't work. So in this video, I'm going to break down my experience using this camera, the pros and cons, the equipment that I use, tips and tricks, and whether I still recommend this camera after 4 months of use. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy this review and subscribe so that we can become real besties, but you don't have to. For some reason, my throat is just very dry right now. I don't know why. Little sippy sip. It sounds like I just woke up, but I didn't. I don't know. It is super late though. So let's get back into the review. And I have all my notes on my phone so I don't forget anything. So if you see me looking down, that's why, because I have all my notes right here. So first things first, let's quickly go over the key features of the Osmo Pocket 3. This camera is super compact. It has a built-in gimbal for stabilization and it shoots in 4K 120 FPS. It has a flip screen for vertical content and it has active tracking, and it's honestly a game changer for content creating. When I first got the camera, I was so excited about how small it was and how easy it was to carry around. I seen it had a mic and it records vertical content, so I didn't have to use my phone anymore, which I'm so thankful for because my phone always ran out of storage. I wanted a camera I could use for sit down videos and a camera I could take in public spaces without feeling so awkward with a big bulky camera. But how does it actually hold up after 4 months of use? Let's talk about it. My experience using it. The portability and the convenience. One of the biggest reasons I love this camera is because how easy it is to carry around. I can literally throw it in my purse, my hoodie pocket. It doesn't take up a lot of space like other cameras do. The video quality and the performance. For such a small camera, the video quality is impressive. The 4K resolution is crisp. The stabilization is chef's kiss. It's perfect for vloggers because when you're walking around, you're shopping, it can get real shaky if you're using a regular camera. But with the Pocket 3, you don't have to worry about any of that. And that was a problem with my Canon camera because it was so heavy with the tripod and the camera, and you had to concentrate keeping the camera still, vlogging and shopping. My arm would get super tired and the videos and the quality was just so shaky. But no more shaky content with this camera. The battery life and charging. The battery life on the camera is okay, but you definitely want to get the extra battery attachment. If you get the creator combo, you won't have to worry about that because it comes with the extra battery attachment in there. And the camera shows you your battery life. Like right now it says it's 99%, but I also have my camera attached to the battery handle, so it's charging it right now, which is amazing. The built-in mic in the camera is decent, but hold on, I'll show you. It off. So right now, this is what the camera actually sounds like. I don't know if you can hear the heat blowing in my house, but I never hear it when I have the mic on. But I would definitely recommend the DJI 2 mic, and that's what this is. It comes with the creator combo. I just feel like the audio sounds so much better, and I'm going to turn it back on. All you do is turn it on. And right now it shows up on my screen the DJI 2 mic is connected and it tells me the battery life on there. It's just so easy to connect. But now let's get into the pros and the cons. So the first pro is portability. I already said this, but I love how small it is. It's just so easy to set up in my car and take it out of my car. It's so light when you're carrying it and walking around with it. The next pro, it's not that noticeable when you're recording out in public. Sometimes it can be really awkward and annoying when you have people staring at you, when you have a camera pointed at your face and you're talking to your camera. And that was definitely an issue when I was recording on my Canon camera because everyone was staring at me. Now when I record with my Pocket 3, people don't notice it or they don't even know what it is. This camera has amazing stabilization because it has a built-in gimbal. Like I said, no more shaky clips. Active tracking is so fun and it keeps the viewers entertained with different angles and movements while you're recording. And I just love how easy it is to set up the active tracking. You literally just click this button, it says start, it's going to detect my face, and it's enabled, so it's going to follow me around. I just love using this, especially when you're vlogging, when you're traveling. You can get so many cool shots. This is just so fun. I love it so much. But I'm going to turn this off. It's just so easy. Like I can just click it on and I can click it off. So now it's off. I'm going to adjust it just a little bit. And another cool thing, the DJI has its own app, so I can literally control my camera with this app and I can see myself recording. It shows me my battery life on here. I can zoom in and out on this app. I can move my camera around. So I'll show you guys. Look how cool this is. You can move it around. Okay, now I'm just messing it up. Okay, I'm gonna fix it. Hold on. I don't use it a lot, so that's why I'm not used to it. But there's so many cool features on this app, and I haven't even explored the whole entire app yet. The next pro is the flip screen to capture vertical content. I just love how you can record horizontal videos and you can record vertical content on this one camera. So I can get my YouTube content and my TikTok content with just one device. Obviously, I love the 4K footage with the 120 FPS, and it records 3K with the vertical content. Attaching the lenses is so easy, and I will show you guys in real time how I do that. It just snaps on and off. I love it so much. Right now, I'm just grabbing the wide lens out of the case. It just sits right here, but I will show you guys how easy it is to attach the lenses. So this is obviously without the wide lens, and this is with the wide lens. Like, look how easy it is just to attach the lens. You just snap it on and then you snap it off. I love it so much. It's so easy. It's a magnet. That's why it's so easy to snap on and off, and it does the same thing on the case. It just sticks on here with the magnet. You don't have to screw on anything like regular cameras. Next, let's scroll down the list. It's so easy to connect the mic like how I showed you guys. You just turn it on and you turn it off. The camera screen is touchscreen, so you can touch anything on here. On the top right corner, it shows me the battery life, and I can click it to see it. Right here on the side of the screen, you can click it and you can zoom in, or you can click it again and you can move the gimbal around. So right now, if I click it, I can zoom in and zoom out. And if I click it again, then I can move it around, but you can't do both of them at the same time. On the right bottom corner, you can flip the screen around. So if I tap it, I can flip it to the back and then flip it to the front. The top left corner, it shows me how long I've been recording. In the middle of the left side, I can click active tracking, which I already showed you guys. And then if I swipe left on the camera, I can look at all of my footage. So I can look at all of my old videos, or I can look at my pictures. If I swipe up, I can get all of my settings on the camera. But yeah, since it's touchscreen, you can literally do everything on this camera. Or you can go on the DJI app and change the settings for your camera on the app. The camera and the mic will eventually turn off if you're not using it, and I love that because it saves the battery life. I love how this camera has a wider frame without even adding the wide lens to it, because that was a big issue with my Canon camera. And if you watch my previous video of me comparing both of the cameras, you will definitely see that, because my Canon camera is just so zoomed into my face and it was such a big issue. Sometimes I had to scrap whole entire videos because I did not notice how close it was to my face. With the DJI, I never have that issue. The next pro, I definitely need my notes for this because I always mess up the words. D-Log M and 10-bit mode, it's a mouthful. That just means your camera will have a better color grade when you're editing. I'm not a techie person at all, so I haven't even attempted to try that, but there's a setting on your camera where you can click D-Log mode. It will basically make all of your videos look very, very dull, but then you can add filters to your videos. And the people that I've seen do it, it looks so cinematic and it makes their content look so crisp. I eventually need to learn how to do it because it makes their videos look so good. And when I was looking up videos about it, I seen that DJI actually gives you a filter for free. So you can record in D-Log mode and then just add their filter to it. It honestly looked really easy, but I haven't tried it yet. This camera also has a low light settings mode that you can record in. So if you're recording at nighttime and you don't want your videos to look grainy, you can put your camera in that mode. So not only can you record horizontal videos, vertical videos, but you can also take pictures on this camera. Now, I don't know how good the camera quality is because I've never used it. I always use my Canon camera wherever it's at. It's in here, but I use my Canon camera to take my thumbnails, or I just use my phone. I honestly don't know why I haven't used this camera to take my pictures and my thumbnails. I guess I'm just used to using my Canon camera and my phone, but I need to try it one day. Overall, I love how compact and easy this camera is to use. It's been my go-to vlogging camera and for sit-down videos like this. But as good as this camera sounds, there are some cons, so let's get into that. The SD card situation, I did talk about this in my last video, but I'll go into more detail in this video. So for this camera, it's very, very important what SD card you choose. In my last video, for some reason, I didn't show you guys what brands didn't work for my camera, but I will show you in this video. So this was the first SD card that I used in my camera and it did not work. I got this from Amazon and it kept slipping out of my camera. Like, it did not fit at all. I would put it in the camera and it would slip right out. So I don't recommend this SD card because it does not work in the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The second SD card, I honestly don't remember which one I got, but I got it from Walmart. If I remember, I will put it on the screen. But that SD card made my camera overheat and it also popped up with an error code on my camera. I showed you guys that in the last video, but I will show you again. And the last SD card that I got is the one that actually worked. I got this SD card from Walmart. It's the SanDisk microchip. So get this SD card if you don't want to make the same mistake that I made. But like I said, it's very, very important what SD card you get for this camera because it will either overheat or the SD card just won't fit. And on the topic of SD cards, it's kind of hard to put the SD card into your camera, especially if you're a girl and you have acrylic nails fingernails, so just keep that in mind. I don't have problems because I don't have any nails on, but when I did, it was very, very hard to get the SD card in and out of my camera. The third con, this camera has high quality footage, so that means you have to make sure you have a good editing platform for this type of high quality footage. This camera has a high quality footage, meaning if you're using this camera to vlog, you will need a platform that can handle this type of footage. I use CapCut to edit, but a few months ago it got banned and taken off the App Store, so I had to find other platforms to edit on, and I struggled. I paid $200 for an editing platform and I couldn't even edit on it. It wanted me to convert my videos to a different format for me to be able to edit on their platform. And if you've ever recorded a vlog or just content in general, you know that you have multiple videos, so that means you would have to convert every single video just to edit. So if you have 50 to 100 videos, you would have to convert every single video just to edit that vlog. So it was a huge hassle and it's very time consuming. So don't make the same mistake that I made, and just make sure you find a platform that will handle this type of footage. And I will put on the screen what type of video format that this DJI records in, because it's very, very important when you're trying to edit. My mouth is so dry tonight and I don't know why. Ugh! I don't know why I sound like this. It sounds like I'm getting sick, and I really hope I'm not getting sick. I don't know, I just feel like I sound like congested. I probably sound like a little teenage boy right now. The battery life could be better, but if you have the battery attachment, it makes a huge difference. I've never tracked how many hours I can get out of this camera or the battery attachment, because honestly the camera charges so fast, so it's not an inconvenience to me. So the camera is super small, and sometimes it's very, very easy to misplace or lose. Or maybe it's just me, because I've left this camera in the store so many times and I'm so grateful and thankful no one took my camera. Like I said, they probably didn't even know what it was. And because the camera is so small, it's very easy to damage. I've dropped this camera before and I'm so glad the gimbal didn't break, but for that whole entire day the gimbal was acting very, very weird. But another cool thing about this camera, you can actually calibrate the gimbal. It's very simple and easy. You just lay it on a flat surface and you click the button and it does all the calibrating for you. If I wasn't recording on this camera, I could show you all the cool features, but I love how this camera does and I don't want to record on my Canon camera. This might be a con for other people, but it's really not a con for me. It shoots 3K when you record vertically, but I personally don't have a problem with that. I think the vertical content that I take looks very clean and very nice. If you're looking for a camera for great photo quality, I wouldn't depend on this camera. I don't think it does as great as my Canon camera does, because I feel like the Pocket 3 was made for video content. Like I said before, I don't take pictures on my Osmo Pocket 3, so I really don't know how the picture quality is, but I don't think it has as many settings as my Canon camera does for the video quality. But I don't know, I could be wrong, because like I said, I don't take pictures on the Osmo Pocket 3. But now let's get into the equipment that I use for this camera. So I use the mini tripod that comes with the creator combo, and this is the mini little tripod that I use. I also use a large tripod, and that's the one that I'm recording on. I got the large tripod from Walmart and the brand is ONN. It's ONN. If I can find the actual one online, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. So I recently just got this magnet mount and I love this so much. I got this from Amazon and I will show you guys. This is what it looks like. So I'm actually going to put you guys on my shirt so I can show you guys more of it. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But this is what the magnet mount looks like. So you put your camera in here and then you clamp it in so that it's secure. Here's the magnet part and you can basically move it, as you can see. And then it also clicks here at the top. I love this thing because you can stick it anywhere. I put it on my shopping cart when I'm shopping. When I'm in the gym, I can put it anywhere because everything in there is basically metal. I recently found out that you can actually attach this to your car. I can also stick this to my fridge. There's so many places that I found out that I can just put my camera with this magnet mount. So I definitely recommend this. I also have a car mount that I got from Amazon and I will post that on the screen. It's obviously my car, so I can't show you guys. Put you guys back on my handy dandy fork. So the next thing is my ND filters, and this is four that I got from Amazon. These ND filters are basically just lenses that you attach to your camera, and it helps with the exposure when you're outside recording. I can show you guys one right now and you guys will see how dark it gets with these lenses, and I just love how easy it is to put a lens on the camera. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's so much darker because it's for exposure, and right now it's dark in my room, so it really doesn't help. But right now it's obviously dark in my room, so there's no need for this. But I did try these last year during the summertime and it looks so good on the camera. The next thing is a DJI Mic 2, and that's what I'm using right now. This mic comes comes with the creator combo, but if you don't get the creator combo, obviously you have to buy it separately. I love this mic. It makes your audio sound so clear. You can see it came with the wind muff and the creator combo. It also came with the magnet, and that's how I attached you guys to my shirt, was with this DJI magnet. Like I said, all of this came with the creator combo. It has a clip on the magnet, so that's how I can clip you guys to the fork, is with the clip. And one thing that I haven't got yet, but I really want to get, is basically the stand that attaches to the camera so you can make it lay flat on any surface. Because if you didn't know, the Pocket 3 is kind of rounded at the bottom, so you can't just sit it up on anything. Like you can, but it's easier for the camera to fall over. And I can give you an example with the Pocket 2. If you can see, it's kind of rounded at the bottom, so it's hard for the camera to stand up by itself. So I want to get the little cube that goes to the bottom of this, and it can make it stand up straight. And this is the Osmo Pocket 2, if you're wondering. Next, let's get into the tips and advice for new users. I said this multiple times throughout the whole entire video. Get the creator combo. I don't think there's not one day that I don't use all of the accessories in this box. And let's quickly go over everything that they give us in the creator combo. So they obviously give us the camera. They give us a protective cover, so that was this that I showed you guys, and the wide lens. It comes with the DJI mic 2, the small handle, the battery handle, the mini tripod, the Type-C cable, the carrying bag that I also showed you guys. You can fit everything in there. The DJI mic 2 magnet, and I showed you guys that. The wind muff. It comes with the wristband. I don't use that, but I honestly want to get a pink one. And I've seen some girls have the ones with the jewels on it, and I think it's so cute. I really want to do that. The next tip, this is a huge one. Get the insurance for the camera, just in case you lose it or damage it. I got the insurance with the camera. I honestly don't know how long the warranty's for, but I still think it's worth it, because the day that I dropped the camera and the gimbal was acting up, I could have gotten a new one just because I got the insurance, but I'm so glad it's still working. Get the ND filters, especially if you're going to be vlogging outside in the summer. It's going to come in handy, and it's going to make your footage look so good. Get extra SD cards, because 4K footage takes up a lot of space. I have two. I have one in my camera, and I have this one. There's an option on the camera where you can have both of the audios recording at the same time. Now this can come in handy when you get bad audio from the DJI 2 mic. I've noticed this when my hair rubs against the mic, or maybe my clothes are blocking the mic. I will never have a problem with losing my audio because I have the audio from my actual camera. Or say you're at a restaurant and you're chewing and it sounds really loud on the mic, you can just use the audio from your camera. The next tip, don't forget that you can use the app to control your camera. So if you don't want to keep getting up to move your camera around, you can do it on the app. And this is a tip that I keep forgetting myself, and I need to remember that I can move it on my app. So another tip that's definitely going to come in handy, you can charge your camera and your handle at the same time. And I love doing this because I have two chargers, so that means that I can charge my camera and my battery at the same time, and I can charge my mic. And I only need two chargers to charge all three of them. So when you're charging your camera, charge your battery pack at the same time. I hope some of these tips were helpful. Now I'm going to give you the final thoughts about this camera. So after using the Osmo Pocket 3 cameras for 4 months, do I still recommend it? Yes, 100% yes. But take everything that I said into consideration, because not everyone would like the features on this camera compared to other cameras out there. But in my opinion, I would buy this camera 3 more times, and I'm not even being dramatic. Whoever made this camera and thought of all of the features were definitely thinking about vloggers and content creators in general. This camera did not disappoint, and it lived up to all my standards. But this gets us to the end of the video. If you guys have any questions about this camera, comment down below. I answer all of my comments. Also, if you guys want me to make a video comparing the DJI 2 to the DJI 3, comment down below and I will definitely make a video. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!